One point I wanted to get off the top of my head while it was rolling around in the old pale dome up there. So many progressives seem to be extremely concerned with achieving absolute equality. Now, I'm not really sure what their idea of the end game of that is supposed to be. I'm not really sure it's 50-50, although that seems to be the logical and often the logical number that is often thrown at us. Well, there are this many more men employed in this field than there are women, and that's wrong, and we want to get those numbers more equal, say the progressives. Okay, is that something we really need to fix? What if women don't want that particular job? What if that job is something that is loathed and despised by women? What if they don't enjoy doing that job? Is it something that we need to fix? Do we need to take any rare woman that wants to do that job and say it's a programming job? And well, let's use Google as an example, since they seem to like to fire anybody that's not really for this whole progressive agenda of trying to make everybody equal. I guess I'm not sure that's what they want. At any rate, so say you want a job at Google and you're a guy, and there are, well, Google's a popular company. Let's say there are 500 applicants, and only 150 of them are women. So what do you do when you work? You work HR for Google. What do? You see the applications come in, and you've got 500 men and only 150 women. Now you've been given a mandate to try and keep the balance of men and women equal in the workforce at Google. Do you immediately throw away all the male resumes? Do you do that after you hire five guys in a row because they're the best qualified for the job, and then you're like, man, I really got to make up for that with a woman? But there weren't any qualified women candidates, or there's continuously better options. They just happen to be male. There's really only one objective thing for a company to do, and that's hire the best person for the job. And any company that does not do that is cutting their own throat. This idea that the imbalance of men and women in the workplace, especially in tech fields, is a result of mass misogyny just does not hold water. Because any company that does not hire the best person for the job is shooting themselves in the foot. And it's only at large companies like Amazon and Google and guys that are in the S&P 500 and have a huge employee base that actually have room to wiggle with all of this. But it's still destructive. I mean, I don't wish Google to do poorly just because they have a bad HR hiring policy. I want them to be as awesome as they can, so they reduce prices of the things that I purchase from them. Not that we buy anything from Google, but you get what I mean. Say it's Amazon. I want these companies to succeed, and I want them to succeed by hiring the best people. And if they're not doing that, then they will be run less efficiently. They will not succeed, and my prices will be higher. I will have less good for the same amount of money. How on earth would anyone want that? There's no mass racism, misogyny, sexism in this country. Yeah, there are those people out there. I get it. Running across them every once in a while. Gosh, I'm on mines these days, and I'm shocked at the amount of anti-Semitism I see. I just can't believe it. There's so many negative comments against Jews. It just blows my mind. It's out there. I get it, but the idea that it's consistent and systemic and has been for ever and isn't getting any better unless we force people into jobs that they're when they're better qualified candidates. No, don't get it. Don't see it. You want to convince me otherwise? Go ahead.